Hey gamers and worms, today I had an idea. Actually, I had the idea last night on stream, but the idea is that doing 50 damage right now just seems pretty fantastic, right? Like doing 50 damage early, just looking at the meta, seems pretty busted. So I want to give a try to this old deck that we all used to know and love, Skarmory Magnezone, and see how it can do in this meta. My opponent's starting with a Hitmontop, so I really don't want to give the guy like anything. I've kind of shown my hand here by playing all these. These are like all of my basic thinning cards. So if I lose them, I'm sort of screwed. I think I feel fine benching like I don't want either of these Magnemite to be damaged, but I might just have to do it. I don't think it's too big of a deal. It definitely, like, I don't want this to happen, but I would rather just, like, be able to get Magneton out in Magnezones rather than my opponent just go red card on me and I'm screwed. So we'll do this. We'll put everything down. Again, not happy about it, but this Hitmontop will knock itself out eventually. Like, I'll hit it for, it'll take 20 here, I'll hit it for 50, and then it'll get knocked back out. But if you just look at the meta, oh, it's the Rampardos one. Okay, this is probably going to be really, really tricky, this deck right here. The Ditto will at least, if I can get a Rocky Helmet somewhere, the Ditto will knock itself out to Rocky Helmet, which is great for us. We'll hit a Research here. And if you look at the meta, man, there's a lot of Chingling. There's just a lot of cards in general that have 50 HP, and I think that Skarmory can take advantage of early on and get some, just apply that early pressure. And then this new Magnezone card is absolutely disgusting. We're not playing any of the old Magnezone, just this new one, because it is so gross. It is so gross. I really think I ever want a actually, no. Being able to go into Chingling after this turn is going to be really busted because my opponent is clearly playing some sort of Skull Fossil deck, and being able to item lock him for even just a turn is like really good for us. We might be able to just kind of run away with it. My opponent's copycatting for one less card than what he had, but yeah, using this Chingling at the ideal time to stop a rare Candy Rampardos is going to be very nice for us. Let's see. Repel. Well, that's like super annoying. I guess I'll send up Chingling. I have plans. Don't you worry. I have plans. I can honestly just go Giant Cape the Chingling. Jingly noise again. Okay, so he's really trying to get this Magneton, which is actually chill with me because it means that my opponent is not going after this one, and I don't have to cape this one. Now I don't have to like make a choice of who's going to get knocked out next turn. We'll just do this and then throw another energy on the Magnezone. Sure. Seems fine. Jingly noise. Now, my opponent is in a position where they can grab 2 points. Well, no, because if I just knock out both Hitmontops, it's fine. It'll be okay. The game plan might just be Sabrina, the last Ditto, for knockout. Right? Like, avoid the Rampardos entirely and just go get the Ditto on the bench. Maybe item locking that turn wasn't even the move, because my opponent barely had any cards in his hand. So he set himself up for the 2-point knockout. Copycat. I think the Copycat's well worth using right now, because I want this to become a Magneton as well. If I'm just forcing my opponent through 2 Rampardos, it's pretty good for us. Alright, no dice. I really can't give my opponent 2 points here, and I can't let this Hitmontop just go unanswered. Now, I do have, like, weirdly, I have game kind of in hand, because I can go Mirror Shot and I can go Sabrina, hit the Ditto for 50, and then Cyrus the Ditto, knock it out. But, all right, now there's no more bench damage, so all of my, like, 10 HP dudes are safe on the bench. And, all right, so also, this deck list is, like, not finalized at all, right? So there are some things with Skarm Magnezone, you need to play minimum 3 tools in order to let the Skarmory do something during the game. He needs to have 3 tools attached. If he doesn't, you're going to lose. I don't know if my opponent can even do it at, like... I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here, man. You attack with Rampardos enough times, and I just knock it out through damage? Doesn't really matter to me. I don't even know what the best way to play this is. I'm kind of... I don't know. I don't know if I got to worry about Mars. If I have to worry about Mars, then I just attack into the Rampardo. Well, it does depend, because I don't have another basic Pokemon. Otherwise, I'll tie. Well, now I do. Now I have another Pokemon that can do enough damage to this thing. So I think I'm fine just attacking into Rampardos. Oh, but you need 3 tools. Minimum. And, like, you'd kind of like 4 tools. Only having 3 doesn't feel as good. I think it's just Metal Arms here. And this Rampardos will knock itself out if it attacks into anything. And he can't not attack with the Rampardos. So, like, a 4th tool would be really good here. A opponent conceded. Okay, well, we'll talk about the deck list going forward in the next game. Mid-video jump scare because I once again forgot to ask you to subscribe. I'm so sorry. 20K subs is approaching. 50% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so do me the favor, press the button, and you will be my friend. I don't know. I don't have any way to sell you on it other than please press the button. It makes me happy. Thank you. Goodbye. Now, the Chingling here, I mean, this is a pretty good example. The Chingling here, of the pros and cons of the Chingling. To me, the Chingling is either a way for... the list, I either want it to be Chingling or I want it to be X-Speed. In this circumstance, it being an X-Speed might be a little bit more helpful later on in the game. I think I'm going to copycat no matter what, so I'm fine with, like, just throwing a Rocky Helmet on this. We'll probably just go Magneton Copycat. Maybe even Magneton to the active and Copycat. But I feel like I'll get more value overall out of it being a Chingling instead. Like you saw the last game, I was able to use Chingling, well, not perfectly, but there are those plays where there are times where you just want to stop your opponent from using an item card, and Chingling does that. So... all right, so it's the double Whimsicott build, which I'm honestly, like, less afraid of than any other type of build. It's attacking with the Spinnerack, huh? Okay. Or not. Don't really care about that. Dude, do I just hold and go aggro Magnezone? I don't know if that's the play. Maybe I do this. And go Magneton attached to Magnemite. Because what I'd like to do here is retreat into a Skarmory. Because I want my Magnezones to be... Alright, not gonna happen. But so what I was trying to say is I want my Magnezones to be like, yo, we use this to stop the Whimsicott from going nuts on us. I think this is about as good of a turn as any, I guess, to item lock, right? I guess now my opponent can't quick grow extract this next turn. Yeah. Right, like the Chingling does get value. He does stop some things. Maybe I stop an Ariados from coming out this turn. I don't know. It's doesn't feel like highly likely, but maybe. Maybe my opponent misses them and he only has quick grow extracts and we're feeling kind of okay because we can... Oh, hey, it worked. It worked. So still hoping for a Skarmory and a tool card off of this Copycat for 4. Because I would really just love to score a free point without having to put a Magnezone in danger. Because if I can go double Magnezone into a Whimsicott, I'm feeling okay. I'm really feeling fine. Man, even if we don't get a tool with a Skarmory, I might just do it. Yo, where are the Skarms, bro? I mean, all right, I can't be, like, too mad about getting this many Magnies set up. And do I just go for the Magnezone? My opponent can't knock out this Magnezone next turn because I'm taking an Ariados off the board. So this feels like a good time to just go Magnezone. And then we'll try to find the other one to get through this Whimsicott. This feels okay. The Chingling's putting in the value, man. There's a lot of item cards. And there are some decks that, like, really rely on being able to use their item cards. Altaria Greninja being a named one. But, like, yo, I mean, there's a lot of ways that I wish, or there's a lot of things in this deck that I wish we could play, like Giovanni. I think if you're playing any Giovannis, you probably need double Giovanni to make it work. Because you're really trying to, like, cheese the, oh, I can hit for 60 damage on turn 1. And for that to happen, you need to start Skarmory, you need a tool card, and you need the Giovanni in hand raw. So, like, while it would be nice to pull that off, it's probably not going to happen all that often, unfortunately. I think at this point, we're just looking for Magnezone, man. It's kind of all we want. There's also the debate. Do I play double Pokeball or do I play double Pokeball? Sorry, double Pokeball with the... Let's just going to guarantee you Skarmory, so let's just go get that. Do you play the double Pokeball with the Metal Magnemite that can do 20 damage? Or do you play the... you know, not that. Well, it doesn't really make any sense to retreat this Magnezone. Even though my opponent can just go retreat into Ariados. We're sort of... I mean, we're kind of set up here for the next couple of turns. I'm fine with tossing this on Skarmory, I think. Maybe I need to manually retreat him later, but we're going to blow through the rest of our deck. Can kind of get down every card we want and just be able to Cyrus this Whimsicott for a game. Unless there's, like, a bunch of heals. My opponent could have Erica plus Leaf Cape. It wouldn't, you know... It wouldn't be the most shocking thing in the world to see that. Well, actually, if my hands are not disrupted, I can just guarantee Magnezone, knock out this Ariados, and then, that Whimsicott attacks into me, and I knock it out with Magnezone. And even if I don't, then I have the Skarmory follow-up. This should be okay. This should be okay. I think that Chingling early on really did it. But there's a lot of things to debate with this deck, and I'm just kind of throwing the idea... I'm trying to throw the idea out here that, like, I do think this deck is... sort of in a good spot right now, hopefully, because I think it's really cool to be able to play this deck again. Honestly, I think it's pretty sick. So we'll go Skarmory, evolve into the zone, and if my opponent plays Cyrus, he knocks out Chingling, big whoop. Put that on the Magnezone, I guess, in case I want to retreat him. I might want to. No, I probably won't. I'll get everything. I don't know how afraid I am of a Guzma, and if he Guzmas, if it's even gonna matter. Well, it will matter because I'll need to attack with... I'll need to, like, do damage with Skarmory, so... In order for that to happen, we'll hold on to the one tool in case there's a Guzma in this deck. Because I might need the 50 damage from Skarmory and not just the weak 20 metal arms. Whimsicott's gonna do 100, like, whatever. It's a two-shot. He's actually not even one-shotting a Skarmory, no matter what. But I, like, obviously, the Cyrus is right there for the Chingling. And that's okay, too. That's okay, too. Waiting for opponent to return. We might have stopped him dead in his tracks. He might just be done here. He might be trying to see if old TCG is live at the moment. But this new Magnezone is, like, ridiculously powerful. And I like being able to play the Rocky Helmets in here, too. I'm valuing 2 Rocky Helmets over the Giant Cape because the Rocky Helmet fixes up some good, relevant damage. Altaria, we're going to be just shy of a 2-shot on it. With the Rocky Helmet, we will 2-shot it if we are able to attach it to a Magnezone. Otherwise, we can just go, you know, Skarmory attack and then 2 Magnezones. They can't really one-shot the Magnezone unless they're playing, like, a Greninja build. I'm playing the double Copycat over the Clement. Dude, I see that the engine for this deck is typically, yo, we're going to play double... We're going to play, for the Magnezone package, we're going to play Alicia, we're going to play a Copycat, and we're going to play a Clement. And then the 2 Research, obviously. I like, this deck has other moving pieces going for it, for sure. But, dude, I don't know about the Clement, man. I think that card kind of sucks. All right, looks like our opponent has just sort of resigned this game. We will still get the win, but it would have taken the most perfect sequence of cards My opponent, to bring this one out, would have to be playing, like, double Erica. I mean, I don't even know how a game gets won here by my opponent at this point. It would be very, very difficult for him. Even if you went Erica back up to 100, like, full health, and put a Leaf Cape on it, I think we would still just be fine. This would be an awesome start going second, but we are addicted to going first this time in this recording session. I've gone first every single game. This is really a go second deck, right? I'm trying to get the 50 damage down ASAP. I'm just trying to work down my opponent. It's like not a bad start. Not a great start, but it's not a bad start. Sure, I'll put that on the bench. No, Magnemite sucks. Chingling, you should have been a Magnemite. Sorry, not sorry. Dude, my cat right now is like, just keeps putting her paw on the power button to my PC, and if this recording session gets lost, I will be so sad because it is going pretty well. I think the games are going nice. I would really just appreciate if my PC did not get shut off. All right, she's laying on the... she's laying on the PC now. I'm putting Pokemon cards on top of the power button so she does not put her paws there. All right. You always find a way to just inconvenience me as best as you can. Now, the cool thing about Skarmory into Entei... Wow. Okay, well, we have the Alicia for next turn, and then we're cooking. The nice thing about Skarmory into Entei is that we might... I don't know if we're too many turns behind. But if Entei attacks into Skarmory twice, it gets knocked out. Because it does 50 plus 20 from the Rocky Helmet, and that's 70 twice. That's some easy math for you. All right, she got off the PC. We're good. We're saved. Just please don't disrupt my hand, because I'm finally, like, in a spot where things are chill for me. But I have used, like, double research, so I would fully expect it to happen. He's going to go for the swing with the Entei, which is, like, slightly surprising, honestly. Kind of shocked he's going to do this. Or maybe he's just prepping it to retreat. I don't know. But this sort of feels like a game that might be won by... Okay, just hopefully no red card on the other side of this. Like, I'm totally chill with whatever's happening as long as I get double Magnemite down. I feel like even if I get hand disrupted after that, I can find a way back into the Magnetons and everything. Holy lag. Holy lag. Hopefully this stops happening, because this is, again, this is a pretty... I like how this game's going for me. I might have to just shut this down and return to it. No? Okay, it's back. It's back to working. Good. Sort of. I'm kind of running out of time to be able to reset. But there's not much I have to do on this turn. Oh, what a scam. What a scam, top decking the Magnemite. Okay, come on, come on, come on. We're going to try to play... It has apparently been 40 seconds. So we're going to try to, like, just get this turn played, and then I'm going to maybe reset my Pokemon Pocket. Oh, it seems to be back to normal. Okay, cool. All right, so if this Entei wants to attack me, he's going to explode. It also seems pretty easy for my opponent to just go retreat into this Entei. Plus, like, Charmeleon, get it powered up and knock me out that way. My opponent could also just attack me with Charmeleon, and I'm kind of like, there's nothing I can do about it. And then it might just be hope that Charizard can take care of it. We got our Magnemites like one turn too late. We needed this to happen a turn ago. Magnemite's down, so then I would be threatening the Magnezones, but we're not doing that. And that's just the way it is. Just the way it is. If my opponent takes the knockout with Entei here, it is a colossal throw, in my opinion. I think there's a billion other things he could do besides swinging with this Entei. And all of them are really bad for me. All of them kind of suck for me quite a bit. So I don't expect that to be the case. I can't even really give him a... Yep, I'm going to expect the retreat into the Entei here. No, he's just going to do it. Okay. Well, you see, I play no hand disruption, so there's a very real chance that we get blasted here by this Entei can knock out whatever, and then he can set up for the other one. Like, Chingling this turn doesn't even feel good either. All right, well, we get both of our Magnetons out. I think we might have... I think this game might just come down to we didn't find our Magnemites early enough. Because I'm expecting that there's a Charmeleon in hand. Oh, I really just don't want a Magneton to go down unless it's at a great detriment to my opponent. Because let's see here. If he wants to knock out a Magneton next turn, I will be forcing him to go Charmeleon, Charmeleon, or at least like Flame Plant. Like, he's going to have to use a lot of energy acceleration to knock out a Magneton. And if he does, that might be the way. That might be the way, is not allowing this easy knockout and forcing my opponent to go really, really energy heavy, and then just trying to win the game by using Cyrus on this Entei. So let's attach to this Magneton, and I think that's what it's going to have to be, unfortunately. We don't play any hand disruption, so my opponent's going to have access to his entire deck on this next turn. Okay, so here we go, right? My opponent is going to be forced to play down a lot of cards. He could also hit me with Mars if he's playing it, and then I'm, you know, kind of where I was. Well, I mean, if he plays Mars, right, I have a chance to grab Copycat. So there's all of his energy. I don't think that there is a way for a... What is it? For a Charizard to attack next turn, but what is possible is my opponent getting Charmeleon up, plus just a Sabrina. So I really do need that last... The final... Oh, what is it? What is it? Skarmory. I need my Skarmory here. So I can get either Pokeball or Skarmory, or even Copycat. Like, I would absolutely play Copycat right now. Okay, there's Copycat. And that way, we're going to see our whole deck, and we are going to be able to play down as many cards as possible so that if a Mars happens... Right? I'm going to get my whole deck. Yeah, I'm getting my whole deck. We'll be able to play the Pokeball. We'll be able to play one more Rocky Helmet down. Just kind of thin the deck as much as I can. How many cards am I left with after that? Quite a bit. Actually, quite a bit. Oh, I can't Pokeball because all of my cards are gone. But I still get to get rid of 2. And then it's just like a Sabrina or a Cyrus to win the game. And then we go Mirror Shot. All right, now we don't lose outright to Sabrina. My opponent can still go for the 50-50 with the Entei, which is, you know, I mean, it's the best we could do. We didn't get to attack with a Magnezone until very, very late in the game due to not finding a Magnemite. I assume there's a Sabrina in this deck. This is that you don't... I don't think you play Cyrus with this deck. I think you play Sabrinas and Repels. I think you want to move the active Pokemon as easily as possible. And that's the way to do it. You don't, you know, it's Charizard. Yeah, so here it is. All right, so it's a 50-50. This game's on a 50-50. We'll see if the Magnezone stopping power works. Let's see. Come on. Tails. Bang! All right, dude. We did it. We did it against Megazard. Nice. Nice. Didn't even have to worry about a Megazard, but I think that's... Like, if your opponent's going to give you 2 Enteis, man, I think we played that as well as we could. I'm pretty proud of that game, man. I think that was a good showcase of the deck and a good bit of piloting there, man. We called out basically everything our opponent could do and was able to adapt to it. So, hey, not bad at all. For a pretty bad start for us as well. That's going to be it for the video. I filmed everything in the Emblem event. Hope you guys enjoyed. I didn't end up making any changes to the deck list because it's flowing pretty well. I'm a fan of it. Cards to consider: Red Card, 4th Tool, Giovanni, and then whether or not you want to run the Licia package with the electric Magnemites or the double Pokeballs with the steel Magnemites. That steel Magnemites plus double Pokeball would give you better odds at getting the Skarmory out early, but might not help the whole Magnezone package get online, you know, as quickly. Yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.